In Chapter 6, we're talking about automated external defibrillation, or the use of an AED. Fortunately, they are in public places and they are available. And if we use an AED and we provide CPR, a person's chance for survival increases. So must be used in the first few minutes to be effective. And remember that most public places have one. So you can ask, for someone to call 911 and get the AED. How the heart works. The heart has 4 chambers, 2 on the right and 2 on the left. It has a unique electrical conduction system and it beats about every second. So it's important that we keep that electrical activity happening, and we can do that using an AED, and we can keep the blood circulating using CPR. So if we look at the diagram, we can see the diagram has lungs, it has the heart, and it has the veins and arteries. So let's try to understand what's happening with the circulation of blood. Arteries carry oxygenated blood away from the heart. Veins carry unoxygenated or deoxygenated blood back to the heart to get oxygen. So via the superior and the inferior vena cava, this large vein here, unoxygenated blood enters the heart via the right atrium, then goes down into the right ventricle, then gets carried by the pulmonary arteries back to the lungs, where it goes through the exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen, becomes oxygenated, and then via the pulmonary veins goes back into the left atrium of the heart. Now the blood is oxygenated, goes into the right ventricle, and then it comes out the aorta and goes to the rest of the body. And that's the process of circulation. When that stops, the person dies. So CPR is one way to keep that circulation going. And if the electrical conductivity of the heart is not normal, then the person can go into cardiac arrest. So via the AED, we can keep that person alive by providing a normal electrical activity. If we look at this sample of a heart rhythm on an EKG, this is what ventricular fibrillation, or VFib, looks like. It's the most common abnormal heart rhythm and the cause of a lot of sudden cardiac arrest in adults. So there is really not a normal wave of electrical impulses, and the AED can shock that heart back into a normal rhythm. Another type of electrical activity that's not normal is called ventricular tachycardia, or VTach, and this is the heart is beating too fast to pump the blood, but it's still an irregular rhythm. So the AED will help with that as well. It's very important when you're caring for a person in cardiac arrest that you do it immediately. Time is crucial, and CPR is the initial form of care that we use until the EMS arrives and more individuals that have advanced training take over. So that is a very brief introduction to CPR and AED. Again, learning via videos is not enough. You have to actually be in a physical environment practicing these skills and earning a certification in order to be able to perform it properly.